Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parsha Braishit, Spiritual Narcissism. I think it's fascinating connection between the beautiful Chodesh of Elul, Tishrei, of Chagim, leading right into Parsha Braishit. During the Chagim, we focus on a very intense relationship that the Jews have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We are the Am Sekulah, the treasured nation, the chosen nation. We speak about the Akedah, Hashem helping Sarah out in her later years. Talk about Sukkot, how Hashem protected us in the Midbar for all those years. And then we go into Braishit. I think the contrast is fascinating. We read Parsha Braishit, not a word about the Jewish people. We introduce to the God of nature, the God of physics, astronomy, biology, the animal kingdom, etc., etc. That's the first aspect of Hashem that we meet. Then we do meet the God of providence, but not the God of providence of the Jewish people, but the God of providence of Adam and Chava. He relates with Adam and Chava, and he relates to Cain and Hevel. The next parsha he relates to Noah and to the Dor Mabul. So we're first introduced to the God of nature, then to the God of providence over the world, of the individuals, the Gentiles of the world, and only towards the third parsha, Lech Lecha, we first introduce to the God of the Jewish nation. And I wonder if this is a very special lesson. Sometimes when we focus on the Am Sekulah aspect of our relationship with God, and the fact that He has a special relationship with us, and He does, sometimes it could lead to what I call spiritual narcissism, where we become totally focused on ourselves. And we think and feel that all God has to do is just relate to me, number one. And does He even relate to other people? Does He relate to Goyim? Does He care about anyone else in the world except for me? And there's a great danger in that. And I think there's no better line in Tanakh that I can think of that summarizes this idea. David HaMelech looks up to the sky, to the stars, to the moon. He says, Kireh Shemecha, in the beginning of Tehillim. And he sees the stars, the moon, and he says, Ma enosh ki tizkareni, would you even relate to me, God? I can't believe you to relate to me. I'm such an infinitesimal part of this universe. But yes, surprisingly and shockingly, God, you do relate to me. And you place me just a little bit lower than angels. But it's a chiddush, it's a novel idea, and it should always be considered a chiddush. It should never be muvan me'elav, taken for granted. Now, of course, God relates to me. What else does God have to do? It's a novel idea. It's a beautiful idea that God relates to me, and we should be surprised by it every single time. And that is, to me, a humble approach. So first, we relate to God as the creator of nature. Then we see God as the providential God, relates to mankind in general. And then we are introduced to God of the Jewish people. Yes, we are Am Sekulah, and we play a unique role in all of creation. But it's important that we have a proper perspective and see Hashem in His full glory and His full beauty. Shalom.